that is not the only community in the black community.
No, it's not, and we'll speak on that. We'll speak on that.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy.
Where's my glasses? In my pocket. Kind of crazy. Shit beyond crazy.
That shit is beyond crazy.
Ugh.
All
right, we here.
You gonna go on your YouTube?
Yeah,
or
you
you
want to slide
go?
over a little bit? Nah, actually
Slide
don't.
over?
Don't even, because I think the shot is kind of set up a certain way. I'm about to go on YouTube and share it out. Don't worry. Yeah. All right, what's going on, y'all? We sharing this out real quick, but as y'all know, today was a day, a kind of crazy day.
Sucky morning. Man.
Yeah, man.
Terrible morning. Terrible
I
morning.
really anybody wanna? First of all, y'all already know who we are. Keep in mind.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
Yeah.
We don't do that when we do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Only on Sundays.
Yeah.
2:30 this morning in Houston.
Yep.
Rapper formerly of Migos, Takeoff was shot and killed.
But what's his real name?
His name is man.
Isn't it like Ibrahim or something?
No, I forgot. I read it this morning too.
Me too.
I was just like, oh wow.
Let's say his real name. Let's make sure we say the man's real name because he was a real person.
That's a fact.
Kershnik Kari Ball.
There you go. Kershnik Kari
Kershnik
Ball.
Kari Ball.
Known as Takeoff has passed away. Was fatally
Am I
shot.
spelling my legs? Exactly.
Was fatally shot.
Sorry.
And passed away, unfortunately. I'm understanding this as a result of a dice game gone wrong.
Overall, yeah.
They were at a bowling alley.
It stems from the dice game.
That his nephew.
We're gonna say allegedly because we
Right,
don't
allegedly,
we
right.
don't know all the first.
Right.
We don't know what's been proven fact, what's been not proven.
We're getting info as it comes along, and that's the thing about when things happen like that. We have to kind of wait until the full story unfolds before we start spitting off what we think happened or whatever. So.
What did you hear happen?
I seen 2 videos and I heard.
Oh, you seen video? I didn't see.
Yeah, I seen 2.
I don't want to watch anything, bro.
Yeah, the first video I wish I didn't watch.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a bad one.
Yeah, that was the bad one. But
that was the one with him laying on the floor.
Yeah. But so from what I hear happened, it was they were in Houston celebrating somebody's birthday, and they just. Some other guys from Houston, some money niggas, I'm guessing, from Houston, happened to come in, and they started shooting dice like in the bowling alley, like on the outside of the bowling alley. It's like a porch kind of shit set up, so they're out there shooting dice or whatever. And I guess one person is losing mad bread. He's losing bread. So you're losing bread in dice games. You get hot. If you ever been around any dice game, the nigga who's losing money
is not happy.
Is not a happy person for that ever. He's not okay. He's not okay.
Especially if the person beating him is talking, which it's part of the game.
Of course, he's
talking his shit. You know what I mean?
So whatever, So I heard some words went back and forth, some fists were thrown, and then in the midst of the fight, somebody pulled out a gun and shot my boy in the head, and then fire was returned, and he got shot again
in the neck.
Allegedly, again. Oh, this is again allegedly in the neck.
So I mean, from the first story I heard this morning, it was that. I think you said that you heard they're all alleged.
Yes, I said alleged. I said allegedly. Yeah,
but you heard that it was their own man's that shot him in the head.
Yes. It was friendly.
Really?
It was friendly fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it was like awesome.
So this was not the person who was.
No.
This was not the person who was.
He was beefing with.
He was beefing with. They were
beefing
with.
And they honestly, from what I'm hearing, he wasn't even involved in the altercation at all. Like they're over here, and he's like in just the background.
Like he's around, but
like he's there because he's chilling, but he's just in the background, just chilling.
Damn, man.
So, yeah.
That's crazy,
Nasty work for real, Splash. For real, caught a stray. Yeah, right to the head.
I mean, that's fucking nuts, one. But R.I.P. to Takeoff.
R.I.P. Takeoff.
R.I.P. Kershnik Kari Ball.
There you go. R.I.P. Kirshnick, man.
Shout out to his family. I mean, condolences, I should say, not shout out.
Yeah, condolences
To you and your family, all your family and friends and all that.
All loved ones, man.
Yeah, for real. But let's first discuss why are a group of rappers who have international success rolling dice at a fucking bowling alley.
2:30 in the morning.
Do we really need to talk about that? I mean,
we do.
Because we do. You've done it.
Huh?
Where? When you've ever seen me go outside?
Not at a bowling alley. But I'm saying the three of us chilling. We've played dice games.
With who?
Jerry,
with our friends and family. They weren't around friends and family.
Earlier today.
Can you hear the story, Jerry?
Earlier today, me and Rich we were talking about this, and I'm like, yo, I've been a part of dice games, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I get it. Like,
and I don't play, but I'll be a part of the crowd. I'll watch it. I mean, like, and the shit talking is always a fun part for me.
That's dangerous too. Like, even being in the crowd or being at a dice game is very sketchy. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can have your friendly family dice games, but those are not
the same
dice games. Like, you know what I mean? Dice games are different.
Like times when we playing in the backyard and we joke around. Like, you heard what you said with friends and family. He just said those niggas are millionaires. Some niggas they don't know pulled up and started playing dice.
You can't do that, bro.
But they were at a birthday party.
Even if you some get money niggas, you're not making rapper money. And I'm not even saying rappers is balling out, but they come from the Migos.
Migos is good.
They're good to go for the most part.
From what I understand.
Even with the contract issues and all that, they're better off than some regular niggas in the hood, most likely. Unless these niggas is El Chapo.
I mean, Hetty, I feel like their security shot him allegedly. It was one of their friends, from what I'm hearing.
Right. Once you said that to me, I was like, okay. So a friend was trying to defend.
Cause I heard it was supposedly it was Quavo that was getting beat up, or it was like he was in the tussle, and so one of the friends that was there with one of the shooters whipped it out, but I guess he whipped it out on some wild like on some I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what gun was used. I don't know what you know what I mean. I'm just saying if you're gonna hit this nigga that's not even part of it.
The Splash Gordon said the security took him out.
Which would be crazy.
Security better not have no fucked up aim like that, the situationship says on IG.
I would hope not.
The security, so it wasn't a family member, a friend. It was possibly this. See, you have to get all of it.
Why I'm saying security is because he clearly had the hammer.
Yeah, he had the hammer on him. Yeah, exactly.
It's for a reason. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Whether you official security or a family friend who's a security.
The shooter, whatever. Yeah. You're that person.
That's why I said shooter.
Yeah, So Shot said one of their mans playing security for them. Big Cloud Jones said, rappers don't want to hire security.
Rappers who have security.
Yeah, I thought that was
rappers who have security. Maybe smart ones at least.
But yeah, it's a great question, Rich. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I just know that I definitely think if the three of us are hanging out and we're going to a birthday party, and some people start rolling dice or whatever, it's not like we're gonna be like, yo, it's time for us to go.
No, I'm
not initially.
I agree with you.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna join the game,
but I'm not a millionaire.
I'm not joining the game.
Right.
First of all, I'm not a millionaire. I may join the game depending on. You can look around. You may be able to join the game.
Depending on who the niggas are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might be able to join the game. I'm not a millionaire, and I don't feel like at 2:30 in the morning you should be thinking about that. But from the second video I heard something about basketball. Like they would say something about basketball. I don't know what that had to do with anything.
I don't know about that. Yeah. I don't know anything about that. If anybody knows any more information,
I see. It's just off the videos I saw.
I mean, for me, it's like.
It's crazy.
I've been places where niggas is rolling dice, and if it's not somewhere where I know the niggas who are rolling the dice, and even then sometimes you get a little certain niggas start arguing, and you feel a little tension.
Yeah,
But like times where I don't gotta say no names, but there's been places where when I was younger and we had me and this nigga had dice games, and certain niggas will get into like a little tussle. But I felt comfortable because I know these niggas are not gonna be shooting each other. They'll probably just fight. You get what I'm saying? Now if I'm somewhere where I see I've been when I used to rap or whatever. We be in a studio in Brooklyn, and dude we used to be with out there. They all rolling dice, and it's a bunch of sketchy looking niggas to me. May not be sketchy to him. He might know these niggas, but to me, I'm like, this is how niggas get killed in a hallway somewhere on some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
And for those games, I didn't stick around. I looked for a little bit, see niggas talking shit. I'm like, all right, get up out of here.
Yo,
Avery Carter said he too rich to be rolling dice
at a
bowling
alley. Exactly. That's why I said specifically. What are millionaires doing at a bowling alley rolling dice with niggas they don't know? What logic? 1 + 1 always got to make 2. Were you expecting to make a little $1,000 come up?
I know the lifestyle. I know the lifestyle dictates that you're not really supposed to move any different when you get that kind of money. So, you know, and I know from what I've seen, like the Migos are, you know, some of the realest that you can meet as far as like people who came, you know, like kids who came from the streets, born in poverty, knew poverty their whole lives, and decided to make something else of their lives. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't think it's in their nature to be like on some, I'm a millionaire now, so I'm gonna move any differently than how I moved before I was a millionaire. And you know, and I could respect that. A lot of people respect that about, you know, the real rappers, but yo, we losing them like that.
When we get to a place where we're millionaires ourselves, I'm still gonna come at the tropical jerk. You call me crazy for that though.
We do say that.
So
we
what's
say
the
you
difference?
can send somebody.
Like, you know what I mean?
Send somebody. We just say, I honestly say, don't post it like that. But my whole thing is like, don't be out here on live talking about, yo, look at me at Tropical Jerk.
If I'm a millionaire, Tropical Jerk don't even got nowhere for you to sit down. If I'm a millionaire, I might have somebody who go pick up that food. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna have the chef over there come to my kitchen and make me some jerk chicken.
Yeah, like
bro.
what are you talking about? I'll get the same great taste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
From my home.
Yeah. Bring it. I usually reheat up your Tropical Jerk anyway. You pick it up out here.
Black
this
is
town.
saying you're talking blasphemy right now.
You know I'm not talking blasphemy. I'm not talking blasphemy. So you couldn't get the chef to come cook at your house if you're a millionaire?
Nah, why am I doing that? I'm going to.
So you want to go stand there?
Yes.
That's it. That's a spot you can get caught up in.
Avery Carter says that's why you need different niggas in your circle. And I honestly, sometimes, man, it's all about making sure you keep the right people in your circle too, man. Because I honestly think the three of us will always be looking out for you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's what I always do in any environment. I'll just be like, all right, are my niggas and my people's good? Because if it starts to feel like it's getting sketchy, I feel like we should roll out or whatever. Or if you say that, like, I don't argue with that. Or if you say that, Rich, and you like, yo, man, it's time.
Yeah.
I'm not asking no questions. Let's go. Like, you need people like that around you. That's like, yo, looking out for your best interest, man. Because I don't get it. I really just don't fucking get it anymore, man.
You're right.
Takeoff was like the quietest one.
Yeah.
The calmest one.
Yo, shout out Maria for shout out, see you in here. Shout out to you for showing love and coming through on Sunday. Shout out Miss Cakes. Big Cloud Jones said you're gonna have a big chain on at Tropical Jerk and no security, Black.
I'm gonna have mad fucking security.
Oh, okay.
Are you done?
There you go.
Yeah, if I have
then that's what I'm talking about.
Why would I not have
That's
fucking
what I'm talking about.
I never said.
Yeah, he never said that.
I
You're
never
right.
said anything about that.
Yeah,
Listen,
you know what I mean?
My whole
never
thing,
said anything
my whole
about
thing
that.
was you made it seem like you was just gonna be like, yeah, I'm in the hood, and for everybody to know and see it while you're there at that spot. I was like, my nigga, that's not a smart.
Shy said you gonna get robbed for your jerk.
Your chain and your jerk chicken, my dude. They gonna take you for all of it.
But no, all right. So
Absolutely.
the next
very well armed security at that too.
Yeah.
Actual fucking trained,
no.
super trained.
Not none of my niggas.
Ex-CIA and fucking SEAL,
Yeah.
Navy SEAL motherfuckers, bro.
Nah.
Retired Navy SEAL
Now,
people.
what I want to understand, besides the fact that they were at a dice game or whatnot, at what point do we start feeling like do certain pastimes of ours ever change? Like for not even just black people in general. Mm-hmm. Do we not grow out of certain things or anything like that? Like, I'm not even asking because I'm judging. I'm really asking. Like, I've never been a nigga that really cares about dice games. That I feel like if I started having money, I'd want to run it. I want to roll dice in a casino where I can make big fucking money.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like, do you think we grow out of those things? Do we grow out of those things? Like, that's what I need to understand.
Grow out of what?
Like shit like that. Like ignorant shit we used to do when we were younger. Like say for white people, they're like jumping off of roofs or something like that. I'm not saying that's what white people do. I'm just saying, like, let's get that as an example. Do we grow out of that stuff after we? Where it's like, yo, I'm worth a little bit of money. Let me not do this. Let me not make this decision anymore.
I mean, that should be the.
I would wanna do those things in a controlled environment. Like you said, like if I'm having a dice game, I'm controlling who's coming to the dice game. Like I'm calling, it's gonna be me, you, Rich, and it's gonna be 4 other people that we know. Everybody got money. We're coming to my house and we're playing dice. Me and 7 of my good friends.
And y'all got, I know y'all got money to blow.
We all got money and we're rolling dice.
And
I'm going to take 3,000 from Rich and I'm going to take 4,000 from you and y'all going to leave.
And you're not going to go plot on me afterwards.
No,
like,
yo,
let's get this nigga.
It's just me and my friends having a good time. Like I would have controlled dice games. Absolutely. I would still do shit like that.
On some chill shit, yeah. I feel like if once we get there, I'd do dumb shit like we dare each other to do like fun shit or whatever, and be like, yo, I got $1,000 if you if you go do this, if you make this basket, kind of like what's the movie with Cameron where he had to make the bucket, the paper ball or whatever, shit like that. Be like, yo, $5,000 on the shot.
Wasn't that paid in full?
That was paid in full.
Yeah.
Was that paid in full? Okay. I do dumb shit like that.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
I would do dumb shit like that with my money, but I feel like I would never be on some like, yo, let's go and do like I don't know. I would never be on some let's play dice unless, like you said, it was a control situation or something like that. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's something that I would be doing with my time. Like I feel like we'd be so busy. We're busy now.
Gion.mc said there's really no method to this ish. You can do everything you are supposed to do and still your life can get taken.
That's so true. That's so true. That's where I get frustrated because I'm like, yo, there's really you don't have to be doing anything sometimes.
Nah, hold on, time out.
Bro, you could be outside of your shop.
Okay, yes, you can be outside your shop, but Jerry, there's
your own store in your own hood.
There's definitely a difference between being outside your shop and being at a dice game out in Houston at 2:30 in the morning. It's 2:30. What are you like?
What
come
I'm
on.
saying, what I'm
like,
saying.
I get you, Gion, but like, and you're right. Your life can be taken anywhere. I can walk outside right now and I can get hit with a car by a hit and run, whatever it may be. But there's certain situations you could also avoid. Like I'm not gonna fall off a cliff anytime soon on Mount Everest because I'm not climbing Mount Everest.
Thanks.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm like if you put yourselves in certain situations, certain shits can lead to things. You know what I mean?
Watch Will Smith. He does like something extravagant every year for his birthday. He'll jump out of a plane. He'll do something like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's it's the thrill of life. Is what he's seeking. And those are very dangerous or potentially dangerous things too. So it's not necessarily that you have to climb Mount Everest, but like let's say you like I've never went bungee jumping and I want to bungee jump.
Don't want to bungee.
I know. I'm not saying you do. I'm not. You want to be on a jet ski, nigga. Everybody wants to be on a jet ski. You can fuck your life up on a jet ski.
Absolutely.
So come on. Don't tell me climb Mount Everest.
I'm not saying, but I'm saying certain danger can be avoided. I'm not saying all danger can be avoided.
Okay.
Danger is a real thing. Yes. Life is dangerous. There used to be that show, a thousand ways to
die.
So we're all aware. You can sit on a office chair and the hydraulic send the shit flying through you. Like I get it, but
that happened.
Yeah, that happened to somebody.
That's crazy.
Yo, 1,000 Ways to Die. Yo, that's
crazy. I saw that. I watched that show. I don't know if I saw that episode, but damn.
And MJ Hayes says, but that's to overcome fear with will, though. That's not the same thing. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I gave the example of Mount Everest because it's like, I'm never going to fall off Mount Everest and die because I'm not going to put myself in that situation.
Right.
I'm not saying I can't be shot and killed, but I won't be shot and killed. It'll be very rare for me to be shot and killed in the manner that he was shot and killed. You get what I'm saying? I could be shot and killed so many other ways. I could be in my car sitting and I get hit with a bullet. So I get what she's saying. It's just more so, with the money that they're making, you should not be in that situation. You have a backyard with basketball where you got celebrities playing ball in your backyard. Nigga, call all your celebrity that you play ball with and roll some dice at 2:30 in the morning. Leave that party and go do what you do with your celebrity friends. Because when you got money like that, niggas, you have to be around niggas who got money like that. Because other niggas who don't will feel some way about your money.
I hear.
Gion MC said, we put too much responsibility on the victim and never the shooter.
I mean, the shooter, from
That's
what
where
I'm
I
hearing,
wanted
was
to
his
go.
mans.
But still, it's still the shooter though. He's still not the shooter.
Right. I don't know how he could have really avoided being with the people he's always around, doing the kind of things that the man always does. I don't know how to avoid that. You get what I'm saying? It's just it's hard for me to be like, yo, like it was. I don't know, Rich. Because if you invite me to a party and you're like, all three of us are going, and something bad ends up happening there, it won't be your fault for inviting us.
No, of course not.
You get what I'm
okay,
saying?
But like, for example, it won't be my fault for inviting us, right? All right. I grew up a certain way, right? Black grew up a certain way, and the people around me grew up a certain way where it's like, certain niggas was on go. Certain niggas around me was on go.
Right. Yeah, they ready.
And as we got older and started making better decisions or whatever, and even if I had to be the nigga to be like, yo, because it's not that I'm pussy, it's not like somebody's gonna bitch me, but at the same time, it's like, I've seen certain niggas grow up where it's like, where certain situations where I know it would have been a fight, and they see me on some shit like, yo, come on, man, nigga, this female's over here. And they're like, you right.
Yeah.
So shit that they've been used to, where it's like, ain't nobody gonna act no funny way with me, and they changed. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Not even that they don't have it in them. It's just more so, yo, this nigga didn't even do nothing to the point where it needs to be that way. Perfect example. We outside Wednesdays. Dude was talking crazy when you went to you, the drunk nigga.
Oh yeah.
And I watched Black literally have to woo-saw himself to not beat that nigga up right there. That's not who he used to be. You get what I'm saying? He changed because he understands we're trying to do something different now. That's what I'm saying. So stuff that
MC says, how about we just send our condolences and stop passing judgment and try to make it make sense?
Oh, we're not passing judgment on them. Like, I'm just saying, we were just trying to.
Yeah, we don't want y'all to think that we're passing judgment.
We're
and
not
that's why
judgment.
I was kind of like, damn, we can't. I don't know if we could say, yo, what was he doing out of dice? Honestly,
I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm
curious.
just like, yo, the man is making moves that he makes.
Me personally, I wouldn't be rolling dice with strangers as a millionaire. Like, at least I don't think I would.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what I would do if I was a millionaire?
It's Halloween too.
And it was Halloween.
So people are out.
I get it. Like,
out in the bar, it was a birthday party. I could very well see myself as a bystander, just like Takeoff. I can very much see myself as that. I'm not saying I'd be in the game. I'm not saying I'd be upset or yelling at anybody or getting into altercations. That's not me. I know that's not me. But I can see myself standing by while my people's just chilling and we all hanging out and niggas is just having a good time. And the next thing you know, everything changes. You get what I'm saying? I could see we could see ourselves in that situation.
Listen, it can happen at any party. It happened at parties we've gone to where you find out somebody died. You're like, shit, how? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So I get it. And that's why I'm like, Gion, we're not blaming them. We're just more so questioning the logic behind it. Not saying that their logic was skewed. Like, it could be skewed to me personally. That doesn't mean it's skewed to the masses. You know what I mean? To me, I just wouldn't make that. I wouldn't make that choice. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Big Clout said the music doesn't help.
I don't do that. I kind of hate when we do that.
All right, let's talk about. All right, well, Big
doesn't help.
Cloud Jones had a take this morning that we reposted. We actually asked if they agreed or disagreed. Shout out to Big Cloud Jones.
They honestly, it was no disagrees. I'm not even gonna lie.
There wasn't because there wasn't.
We gotta talk about it. Absolutely.
Honestly, I didn't disagree with a lot of things Big Cloud Jones said, and I'm not saying this for him to have to defend himself or anything like that. The only comment he made that I didn't care for, and it's not about I agree or disagree, was when he made the comment about at this point he feels rappers are killing more niggas than police have killed niggas. And I said to myself, rap has been out since the 80s. Niggas have been, police started off as overseers and slave catchers, bro.
Right.
To me, that statement was just, I don't know.
80s to now versus
400 years.
400,
I don't know
years.
how he gets to those points sometimes.
Right.
That's all I was. Everything else he said was cool with me. That one I was lost on. But that's like I said, I'm gonna just leave it. I was lost on.
But
you know
I do agree with him on saying that, yo, we really gotta not only just have the conversation as a community on this, but we really gotta start holding the people right next to us accountable for some of this.
And I think that's what he was
fucking
saying.
Stupid behavior, bro. We really have to start going, yo. you're my brother, and Lil John is in the hood running crazy with his pistol. We really gotta like band together to stop that shit, because Lil John is walking around killing people that look like us. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make any sense. And for me, I'm just like, damn, like our community, everybody. And the thing I think about, and it's not like I'm thinking about what other people are thinking about. I'm just saying, like for me, I'm just saying, like everybody's going, yeah, that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? Like the story goes, like especially outside of our hip hop and black community, everybody, you know, like outside who really doesn't understand the hip hop culture, who really doesn't understand our music culture, who really doesn't understand the way we do what we do, is going, yeah, that sounds about right for the rapper. You get what I'm saying? And that's crazy to me, bro.
Just to clarify, Big Cloud Jones, I don't want to say, I don't want to just answer him in the chat. I do want to say this to clarify. Big Cloud Jones said he's talking about in modern times, in the past 2-3 years. And I still don't agree. I feel like not every murder by the police is televised for national news. There's mad murders that
Hell yeah.
There's mad murders that police do
that we're not gonna know
that
about.
might be just local news that you don't know about. Like they make collages of all the different people that make national news, and even those collages be a lot, bro. So I still don't agree.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
I still don't agree, bro. Like I do want to make it clear. He's not talking about since old times. He's talking about modern times. But yeah. So now
we will ask you, Big Cloud. Don't worry about it, man. This is part of the conversation that he mentioned. He said, you know, I could just ask him.
But we're gonna talk about that in a keeping it raw, Mr. Raw, or easily offensive.
Something like
we
that.
discuss, you know what I mean? So now, as far as violence in the black community, since you brought up the topic of holding each other accountable and everything like that, as you stated earlier, when I put violence in the black community, you said it's violence in the hip hop community, not black community. Was it you that said that or him? One of you guys said that.
You said, I said it's hip hop. I
It's
said
hip-hop.
the black community is more
Than just hip hop.
Okay.
Okay. Now I don't disagree with that. And now, why do you feel as though why do you feel as though they're not literally intersecting?
Because it's more. It's more than just.
We are more, but are we not also is hip hop not also pretty much the black community?
Yeah, it's the black community.
Oh, okay.
All right. But it's more. But the black community is more. The hip hop is a part
of it.
Of
Okay.
the black community.
The black community. Okay.
I like that. What's it called?
That's true.
Well, I can't disagree at all. You know what I mean? And
so, do you think that this is an incident of the black community, or the hip hop community, or the rappers, the expected lifestyle of rappers community? Like, what do we?
Unfortunately, for rappers, because me and Black were discussing this at work.
Artists and rappers.
I don't like to say. Granted, we have to also hold ourselves accountable, but we also have to understand where this is deeply rooted from. Ja Rule had back when VH1 used to do diary. Ja Rule had a diary back in the day where it's like, oh, you think you know, but you have no idea. He said when he first came out with Veni Vidi Vici, which was all about guns and murder, he was about to come out with the triple album with Jay-Z and DMX, right? They was pushing this shit heavy. He started making that music with Ashanti, and he tried to put out a tape, and they said, yo, they basically literally told him like, yo, you're not murdering anybody on this music. Type shit. I don't take me verbatim for what I'm saying, but the feeling that they were giving was there's no violence on this music. You're not killing any niggas.
So we can't put this out.
So they put it out. They only put out like 100 copies, and that shit flew off the shelves, or 1,000 copies. It flew off the shelves. So then they started moving with it. These niggas who control our money, the people who control our money, are telling you can't put out shit unless it's detrimental to your community. You get what I'm saying? So it's okay to blame. It's okay to take some responsibility, because when are we gonna ever change that and not let that be? But tell that to the Ray who's broke at home and he can barely feed himself, and he has a talent, he can rap, and somebody's offering him $10 million to come out that hood.
He's gonna do whatever he gotta do. He's gonna say he's shooting whoever he gotta shoot to make it. And you know, and it's a crabs in a barrel mentality. We could talk about this until we turn blue in the face, man. And I feel like it's really not gonna click until like us as a collective come together on whatever one issue it is. You get what I'm saying? The one thing that I know Kanye's been on fire with losing money and stuff for for the better part of this entire last month. But one thing that I feel like he says in his rants, which he usually says something very powerful in his rants, that gets overlooked because, of course, he spews a lot of crazy shit. But he said he was jealous. He said he's jealous of the Jewish community. He said he's jealous of the Italians and all of these other communities and cliques. Why? Because they can get together on one issue, and that's everybody on that issue. There's very few people that's gonna be like, no, I don't feel like that. That's what we should do or whatever. As the Jewish community on Jewish issues or whatever that they deal with in America, right. We do not do that.
Does that mean we like? But does that
we
mean,
do not do that?
But does that mean we lack unity, or does that mean we
lack understanding?
Or does that mean that we strive in diversity?
What do you mean?
Like does that, like, it doesn't mean that we're not unified, because people can become unified in the black community. It's not that we can't. You know what I mean? They said that, what's his name, Marcus Garvey had one of the biggest movements ever. Black people came together at that time. You know what I mean? So it's not like we can't come together, but it's just that maybe though they try to simplify us as if we're just black and we just like rap music. Look at Herschel Walker. Let's put a black guy who play football. These guys are gonna eat it up. This nigga's from Texas. He's in Georgia. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So they think we're so simple, but maybe it's because we're so different that it's not that easy to make that happen for us. You get what I'm saying? Not that we can't do it, but
I feel you. But
because there's people who are contrarians. There's people who are like Candace Owens. There's mad. We are diverse.
But we could drown out people like Candace Owens easily. As long as we all stick together. Like, I feel like, collectively we all sit here and be like, hey, Candace Owens is not somebody I listen to. You've said on the show or in passing in our conversations, Black, that's not somebody we look up to, that you pay attention to or whatever. And that's the sentiment of a lot of us. But when it comes down to things like, gun violence, or I don't do black on black crime, but just crime in our neighborhoods, period. Fuck black on black or whatever. Just crime in our neighborhoods. If a crime is happening down the block, but it's the families that's doing it, and they crazy anyway, and they grew up that way, and it is what it is. That's a problem to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean? Like, we are brothers growing up in this community. I want to be able to have my kid walk around with no problems. That's not really the sentiment that I have. And it's because I don't feel like I'm in a place where everyone is looking at each other like, yo, you're my brother. I'm going to look out for you. I don't even fucking know you, but I'm going to look out for you. I don't think about that. I don't think about things like that with our community. The Jewish people, they don't care if they're not brothers, like actual brothers. They will fucking back each other on whatever.
And back to what Rich said again, you see the difference that you said. You didn't say the white community. You said the Jewish community, the Italian community. When you say the black community, it's so much more than just black people are a lot. Like he said, we're very diverse. That goes back to what he's saying. Those communities is a little bit easier. I'm saying, to
bro. A lot of people don't even know a Jew. A lot of people don't even know a Jewish person.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't think the Hasidic Jews really differentiate themselves from
everybody's
or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, they have different sects too, but at the end of the day, I feel like they're like, yo, we come from this place. We come from this history.
Right.
We can understand each other at a basis level on what we need and what we can ask for these things. It doesn't matter that I'm a Haitian American versus you being a Jamaican American. I feel like, hey, we're all looked at as black anyway. We all just need to be like, yo, I know that you're Jamaican American and you might have different, goals and aspirations on what you want out of your community, and I have different goals and aspirations. But nobody outside of our community is saying, yo, yeah, but the Jamaican Americans are doing something completely different from no, they're like, these black motherfuckers are doing whatever. So why are we going, yo, yeah, I get it, there's Italians or whatever the case may be. No, I'm black, you're black. We have to be able to say, what are we going to fight for in this country together?
I don't know.
Fuck all that other shit.
I was just more so saying to in response to what you were saying, it wasn't to change that we should be coming together. It was just mostly saying it's hard to do that because we are so different.
Right.
That's what I was mostly saying. I'm not saying that we shouldn't be coming together. You're right. All of us should be coming together. Like, yo, whatever you may be, if you are a person of color and this is and you realize that your friend is fucking up, then we need to speak on that. It shouldn't be like, but that also goes back to what I always say, like when rappers kill somebody, niggas be like, yo, free so and so. You're like, he's a murderer.
Right.
You shouldn't. I know we like him, but he's a murderer. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I implore my people, man. I implore my black people. We have to stop with all the we're different. It's different sex and all. I really just want us to have our numbers on what we're saying we want. You know, like I just want us to be like, yo, all of us are not voting for this person because this person said something that is hurtful to our community. And point blank, period.
But what I'm trying to tell you now is that there's those contrarians like Candace Owens who will be like, you're more than just a black person. You're more than just hip hop and basketball. You don't have to vote for what every other black person is voting for.
Right.
And that's why I was saying people like that. And see, I try to preemptively circumvent that by mentioning what I said about diversity to see how we respond to that. Because it's like, I'm agreeing with you. We should be we should be all unified. Because when like somebody said, I forgot who said it. Because I want to hold, like for Kanye, I want to hold Kanye accountable. You talk mad shit about black people. You said mad dumb shit about black people.
Mad dumb shit.
However, someone said Jewish people would never shun a Jewish person just because of something. They'd be like, you come in here, we'll scold you in here.
Facts.
We'll scold you in here.
Facts.
That's the difference.
You're right.
But us as black people, we're always so we got
something to prove.
No, it's something. Not even just something to prove, which I agree with 100%. We're the most accepting of everybody else. How many times growing up you've seen, even in movies, you've seen movies where people are into cars like Fast and Furious, and it seems like very black hip hop culture. And the black people would have no problem hanging out with the Asians who are into the same shit they into. They have no problem hanging out with the white people who are into the same shit they into. No problem. If you're into breakdancing, or Jamaicans got dance hall. Asians come through to Jamaica and start busting out dance hall, and they part of the community now. The Chinese mans and all that, right? That's what they call them, right? Facts. Can we go to China and start doing what they do, and they're gonna be like, yo, go black guy? It's never gonna happen.
Mr. Jouet _ says, to be honest, voting doesn't get much. Jews didn't march over what Kanye said. They just made a call and boom, 1.5 billion gone. And I cannot disagree too much with that statement. It's just they already have us. But honestly, to counter that statement, Mr. Jouet, they have established this system where the Jewish people don't need to do the basis of marching and all of that.
Because that shit don't do nothing.
It's not that it doesn't do anything.
Don't do nothing.
It's not that it doesn't do anything. The Jewish people just said, hey, I'm going to tell my children what they're going to do. They're not going to be allowed to make a choice. My child is going to be a lawyer. What are they going to be a lawyer for? To be able to use the law to their advantage to get ahead in this society where we're just like, yo, who the fuck do we know is aspiring to be? I've never known a kid that looks like me aspire to be a lawyer or aspire to be a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like I never we didn't grow up with that. You get what I'm saying? We didn't grow up with. At least I didn't. I don't know.
I knew a couple of kids that wanted to be lawyers.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like you know, it's like.
But I get your point.
I feel like they have established the Indians. They have established the real estate game to run the real estate business in America. The Jewish people, from what I understand, they have a stronghold in media.
And banking.
In media, Hollywood was and this is shout out to Rosenberg on Hot 97 that explained this to me because I wouldn't have known. The Jewish people had this as their goal. They said when during the days of vaudeville and stuff like that, the Jewish people said, we want media to have our DNA inside of it, and they went and did that. The Italian community with being firefighters and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like you know the big captains and all of that. They're gonna be Italian. Why? They've set this system up. It's just for us, I feel like it's, that's where I kind of disagree with Mr. Dre, because I'm just like, yo, we're just trying to do the basis of saying, yo, let's be civil with each other. Why? Because the rest of the world doesn't want to be civil with us. They don't want us to sit down and be like, yo, these are the things we want. This is how we're gonna get it for us. We just want you to do what you're doing for every other community and protect people and protect us out here in these streets. Because I'm pretty sure the neighborhood is not trying. They're not bigging up the crack dealer or the dope dealer in the hood or whatever, the person getting money. It's just that they're like, damn, there's nothing I could do. If I snitch, I'm getting got. My whole family getting got. There's nothing we could really do. Who are we gonna go to? The police half the time is in people's pockets. Shit like that is what I'm saying. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I totally get it.
It just bothers me, you know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to get too far off, but it's just like, for me, I'm like, damn, marching is just the base of what we're trying to do. It's not like it's war we're trying to do, but yeah, it's the base of what we're trying to do.
Got you. What's it called? Because we do gotta wrap this up. I want to say that somebody made a comment way earlier in the beginning of the stream, and she said, black people's trauma or something, whatever she said, is deeply rooted, and we have to work through that first before we can really build. And that's probably why we can't be unified. Because what I was gonna say was, well, black people, like, we should be unified or whatever, but it's always usually a black person. Like when I said Marcus Garvey, Big Cloud Jones said, but he was taken out by his own community, supposedly. Like, not killed, but like...
Right, but he was shunned. Yeah, a lot lot of people,
but why do you think that...
Dr. Martin Luther King was not a favorite of our community.
But that comes from what I said, just like that person said. It's deeply rooted. Where did that come from? That's deeply rooted from how we had those in the house and the one that the overseer. We pit each other against each other.
Yeah,
it's trauma.
Generational trauma that we've been born with.
And people be like, how long y'all gonna have to deal with that? We're the only ones where they've said it so much that even our own black people are telling us, oh yeah, we should be moving past that. Meanwhile, they move past nothing. Nothing.
Pagans on Instagram says, we don't have a doctrine, no code to follow. No code to follow
here in America.
Maybe here in America. Yeah, but we have codes. I know. We definitely have codes that we follow back. From my parents. Like home country, and from your parents' home country, and that dates back to a lot of African codes and followings and beliefs.
But see, that too, we do that as well, where we separate the Caribbean from the blacks and like that's all part of it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all. Like, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with having national pride. But I've heard people say like there was a point when I was younger.
That's what Pagan said exactly. It's not represented as blacks. He's right.
There was a point when I was younger, my nigga, and there was a point when I was like maybe like between the ages of like 12 and like 9, where I said to my mom, "You don't like black people, or you don't like black Americans."
And what did she say?
She's like, "No, it's not that." I'm like, Mom, every time we watch the news and you see a murder, the first thing you go, once they show us a black person, you go, black American.
Right.
Oh, don't do this. You're not a black American. And I'm like, they're just black. I remember I had to say that to my mom one time. I was like, yo, you make me feel like I should hate my own people.
Nah, they try to separate it. But that's what they were supposed to do.
And that trauma and that curse that she was trying to pass down onto me was from what she grew up in, because she grew up in older times.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And she was trying to pass that down to me, and I'm like, yo, bro, there's no difference.
Yeah,
I have some different in culture and my food and all that, but we're just black.
Yeah, a lot of us can become Uncle Ruckus without even knowing it, man. I'm telling you. It's where it's like, yo, we really don't deserve anything because we don't know how to act. And, we're doing this to ourselves. Yeah. We're out there killing ourselves. And I'm just like, yo, it's insane how, like you said, how we really have some trauma that we really...
And she said we won't ever be... That girl said it. We won't ever be able to build until we get past that. Whatever it needs to be... Because I don't even think reparations, a mule and all that shit, never gonna fix none of that shit.
But America should provide every black.
Equality.
America should provide every black person in America with a certified professional therapist that can definitely help them through. That's one thing I will always push. If I ever run for president, that's gonna be my one thing, y'all. I'm gonna make sure that every black American in America has access to the top motherfucking therapists that can help with whatever it is that we have.
Who are they gonna give us? They're gonna give us a white therapist to help
Wait,
us?
Nah, it can't be a white
What
therapist.
does Big Cloud
Can't
Jones
be a
say?
white
Big Cloud
therapist.
Jones is disagree. I feel like he disagrees with
What?
every single thing you
What-
say,
what-
my
what-
nigga.
what?
The sky was blue today, Big Cloud Jones.
Yeah,
Like,
what the fuck? What
it
the-
wasn't.
Big Cloud Jones said, no, he said Haitians fought back against slavery mad early.
Nah, he was saying that it's a cultural. There are cultural differences. He was trying to disagree. He was trying to.
Oh, really? There are. I mean, listen, man, I can understand that, but for
But we
me,
still gotta be able to
for me,
understand we
it's
gotta
like
come together.
it's come to yeah.
We still,
I get it.
I get it. There are cultural differences. He's
No,
100% right.
they absolutely
Yeah,
is.
there
cultural
are
differences.
absolutely
But
are.
why is it that there's cultural differences amongst Hasidic Jews and
Thank you.
Israelites and all that stuff?
Thank
but
you.
when they have something they want to come together for, they do that.
They say it's the Jews.
They say it's the Jews. And that's why I said I didn't disagree with you. I
period.
never disagree with you. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what we're trying
we
to
have a
say.
problem
So you're
doing
right.
that.
You're right. There are cultural differences, but we should be able to look past that as a group of people.
Talk about it and be able to agree on what it is that we want to fight for
And
together.
imagine if we all could do that. That would be amazing. Amazing. Anyway, guys, it's getting late.
Yo,
Y'all wanna read it?
Yo, I mean,
Y'all wanna read what she
Yeah,
did?
let's in 9:30, 9:30,
Okay,
9:30.
fine.
Let's
That's
get 10
fine with me.
minutes.
That's fine with me. Go ahead.
10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of people are saying a lot of really good things. I just wanted to get to a few of them before we ended. Beloved Danny says they have nothing in the communities. It leave nothing for the kids to do but kill each other or do shit to go to jail. And stuff like that, like stuff like an outreach program in our communities have proven to have significant differences. Big brother, big sister programs, things like that, like vocational vocational studies for people who didn't get a high school diploma, but you can learn a trade.
Right.
Things like that have been proven
Right.
to help communities to be able to move around. It's not like you need a high school diploma, but you do need a skill.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of shit that we could actually help each other with, that we could honestly start going to. I remember telling you guys, like, especially with y'all being homeowners now, we got to get together and start going to, like, not PTA meetings, but we got to start getting together and going to town hall meetings and things like that. What's going on in our neighborhood that people are talking about that we just need to start discussing?
Something that Pagan said, that's a fact. The Jews hate each other in the Middle East. That's a fact.
Yeah.
They beef the same way in the Middle East.
You're right.
But here, where it's not home field, which is really not black people's home field, to be
They
honest,
come together.
They come to fucking together.
is what we
that's
should be
what
doing.
should
Listen,
absolutely
you
be
go,
is what we
you
should
go,
be
you
doing.
go, you go to different places, right? Besides little Haiti for the most part, and how Brooklyn and Queens used to be, everywhere used to have, like, everybody had their hoods. Chinatown, when
Little
you're
Italy.
when you're in the Hasidic Jew area. There's a spot in Russia in Brooklyn for Russians.
Russia. Yeah.
We the only niggas that scattered every fucking where. For the most part. Or they put us in project, and people don't even understand the word project means exactly what it says. It's a fucking project.
Yeah.
It's an experiment.
Bruh.
And that's why they all going away now. Yo, man.
It was on a show where I saw, like, what I forgot the fucking name of the show, but I think it was on Netflix, where a guy was talking about, he was in Miami, they were in Miami. They were like, look over there, where it's like dimly lit or whatever the case may be. That's Little Haiti, or whatever. And he was explaining, you do know why Little Haiti is like the poor spot in Florida or Miami or whatever the case may be? It's because when the Haitians started coming over, migrating in the boats and all of that, the case may be, America was just like, yo, we don't want these people here.
We're gonna leave everything to
so
shit.
we're not gonna give them anything. Now, with that, the Haitians still have developed a community and all of these
It may not be
things.
the best community.
But it is a poverty stricken, no opportunity having community. And right next to it, you have Miami. You have the I don't even know who runs the Italians. I don't know who fucking runs
don't
these
even
other
matter who
towns.
runs it. It
But
don't
like, it does matter who runs it
No, I'm
sometimes.
just
To me,
saying.
it does matter who runs it,
All right.
because that shit bothers me. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, yo, why is it that these community of people seem to have this thing as their thing? You get what I'm saying? Like, if I grew up Italian, and the fact that me and my family just went to a Halloween event over the weekend or whatever, to our fire our local fire departments,
Mr. J said Cubans.
or whatever, Cubans, right? The Cubans were coming up, exactly right. The Cubans came over, and what did America do? They took the Cubans. It was like, yo, we're gonna give y'all these. We're gonna give y'all these schools. We're gonna give y'all these police officers. We're gonna give y'all this town. We're gonna give y'all this money. We're gonna give y'all a chance to do something with yourselves in Florida. Where that was not the same message received to the Haitians who were migrating for a better life. Right. Same thing.
Beloved Danny said, I know the kids in my community want to do good stuff, want to do stuff good, but we have nothing for the kids to do once again. And that's what I want to say as far as the black violence in violence in the black community. I was talking to Pete earlier, and he said something. I've heard it before, but it struck a chord when he said it to me. He was like, someone black people are always killing black people, and it's like, yo, bro, if I live in a black community, that's what's close to me.
I'm poverty stricken. I don't have food to eat,
and I see this nigga have some food that I want.
Who had to scrape everything to get it?
Am I supposed to go to the white town to kill the nigga that I barely have access to and risk that when this nigga's right here?
Food right here.
You gotta remember, people kill what's around. People hurt what's around them. You don't. It's very hard to, unless you have that skill, which is why we get mad at Kanye, because you're on a bigger platform. You can hurt more than just the people around you.
Mr. Dre said, funny thing is, Democrats gave Cubans everything, and the Cuban community supports Republicans.
Yep.
Because they know they know who's backing them up. It's all backhand, right? It's all under the table. It's all shit that we're just like, yo, why is it the black people doing this to each other? When at the end of the day, a Cuban family will be like, yo, come over here. We got this thing set up for you already. All you gotta do is come, study at this school, become this person that you have to become, and you will be a revered member of society. If I come over because I am being killed over in my country and I just want a better life for my children, I have to deal with everybody who I'm around saying, I don't want you around. I don't want you here, and I'm not gonna do anything for you to.
Your infrastructure go down.
Thank you.
If y'all lights is acting up during a national emergency, you're getting the last bit of help if we even come through with the help. It's everything like that. So you're 100% right.
Mr. Zway said that's why you gotta police your own community. If niggas
talk about it,
they be in jail by midnight. They think twice.
I mean, I guess. You think so?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. I mean, especially, listen, if you police your own neighborhood and niggas is committing crimes, you're gonna know exactly who's doing it.
That's true. That's true.
It's your hood.
It's your
That's
hood.
True.
I know Ray and John was beefing last night, and now John's dead. Let's go talk to Ray.
Let's go over here. Let's see what's going on over here.
Compared to like,
my brother who's a cop talks about how that's a big that's a major problem for even him on the police force, because him and his black brothers who are like, yo, we want to protect our own, will go up to like a young black person who's on the corner, and they're not trying to fuck up what they got. They know they're a drug dealer, but he'll just be like, yo, don't be on this corner right now. These business owners is calling on you. Yo, you a sellout, pig. Fuck out of here. We don't talk to cops. And he'll be like, yo, my nigga, I'm just trying to tell you, go sell your drugs somewhere else. And you're telling me fuck my life and fuck everything about me.
Do some stupid shit like spit on you. Now I have to arrest
now I have to hurt you, and now a black cop is,
those you know what I'm saying? Need to get fucked up.
It's crazy.
Those ones, you see, if I ever ran into a cop and I was doing something wrong and he was like, go ahead, I'd be like,
thank you.
Officer,
my bad.
I'm
wilding.
You get what I'm saying?
But
it's bad on all places.
Whoever made that comment about the money, and we gotta wrap this up.
It's 9:30. Yeah.
Whoever made the comment about the money, I feel like Killer Mike was on that wave heavy. He even had it on Netflix.
Facts.
And they're right. And that's why I don't feel like marching works. It's always the money. We are the biggest consumers in America.
Point blank.
Period.
Talk about it.
We not only the consumers, we set the trends for the most part.
We set the trends. RP Takeoff. See, that's crazy.
We set the trends. You feel me? So it's really about that, and it's because we have contrarians who say no. You're gonna worry about spending your money elsewhere when this black person didn't even really did. You know what I mean? Like, yes. Black businesses have people that act funny, but so do white businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all get so mad when you go to a black business. You be like, this is why you can't support black businesses. Meanwhile, you got kicked out of 10 McDonald's in your lifetime already. Or 10 Denny's and shit. You never think about what they did to you. You think about the one time that you had a bad experience with the black people.
Right.
That shit sucks, man.
Beloved Danny says, tell the moms in the communities to take over and get what we know best for our kids. Open the centers up. You guys follow me? We follow you. I follow you. I definitely follow that, beloved. I'm not gonna even lie to you. Cause we've talked about plenty of times on this show how we like the black women in our lives really
this show wouldn't be the way it is right now.
It wouldn't run the way it runs without them. So they might have the answers.
They said that black women used to run Africa for years, and and shit was
perfect. It was probably the most peace that anyone's ever had in the world. So, and then of course, somebody had to come and say, "Nah, we fucking this whole shit up." So
yo, shout out to everybody that stopped through.
Yeah, man.
We really appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tune in on Sunday,
please.
6:15 p.m.
Please.
R.I.P. to Takeoff once again. Krishnik Kari Ball. R.I.P. to you. Shout out, condolences to your family and friends. All right, y'all.
Yeah, man. Listen, we love y'all, man. Catch us on Sunday. You already know the deal. We just wanted to talk about this, how we can do this together, y'all. Again, we don't have the answers. I'm not gonna sit here and act like we got the answers, but we definitely got to sit down and talk, just like we did on for this past hour, and honestly get some points and some goals together so that every little community can start doing